Hi, my name's Heidi Di Santo and welcome to this video on how to stop feeling angry. I'm going to share with you 3 things that are going to enable you to take control of your anger. So stick around. The first thing to be aware of with anger is that we as a society tend to judge it as bad or wrong. And that's because we generally see the negative side of anger. You see, anger is energy to stand up for yourself. It's energy to fight for your rights. It's telling you that someone has violated a boundary, and whether they've insulted you or whether they've hurt you, it's energy for you to take action and to stick up for yourself. But when you judge the energy of anger as wrong, what you do is you suppress it and you control it and you put a lid on it. But what happens when you put on the lid on anger is that eventually it will explode, and it's generally the people around you that you love the most that get hurt. And this is why people say that anger is bad, because they see the aggressive side of anger. But there is an assertive side of anger where you allow the energy to be there and you allow it to motivate you to take the action to stand up for your rights. So the first thing is to stop judging anger and to start feeling it and allowing it to be there and allowing it to drive you into positive action. The second thing to do with anger is taking positive action. What can you do to make the situation better? Because the anger's there telling you that something's not right. Someone's violated your boundaries. So what action can you take? Now, can you speak to the person and say, hey, look, when you did this or when you said that, I actually felt really angry. Was that what your intention was, to cause me anger or to upset me or hurt me? And you can have that conversation. And quite often people are open to those conversations. But if they're not, and if they say, I don't care, and if they're that type of person that just wants to shut you down, then you need to start to take control of you. And you're not going to be able to speak about it, so you need to remove yourself from the situation. The issue is that you've got all that energy there, and it's important to be able to discharge that energy in a really safe way and an assertive way rather than an aggressive way, because when you take your anger out on someone else, it's the bad expression of anger. So how do you discharge your anger? There are a number of ways. One of the things that I do is I close my eyes and I pretend that the person's in front of me. And quite often you feel anger because you haven't said something or you haven't expressed something to that person. So closing your eyes and being able to speak to the person as though they are there in the first person, just saying what you would have wanted to have said if you could have had the conversation, can be very helpful. Other things that are helpful is bashing a pillow, screaming. If you're in the car by yourself, turning up the music and screaming has been really useful to me, or even writing what you wanted to say down and burning it. Hopefully that helps. The third thing when it comes to anger is if the anger's lingering and if you find yourself ruminating and keeping on being in that victim state, they did that to me, and you feel like you've lost your power, then you need to get help. Because at the root of that is a traumatized part, and when you get help for that part, you can actually set yourself free. And if you wanted to know more, then please visit my website, which is heidi.com.au. And if you've got any questions or comments, please leave them below. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, because I'm always uploading videos that are going to help you in your life. I hope this information has been helpful to you, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.